Dune time, Dune time, it's Dune time. That's right, it's Dune time. I'm Bludgeon and we're here with another ranked match of Dune Imperium Digital, Rise of X. I'm player 3. Here are the leaders available, and the Imperium row is The Voice, Chom Directorship, Missionara Protectiva, Spice Hunter, and Sardaukar Legion. The techs, Artillery, Holtzman Engine, and Detonation Devices. Okay, Armand wouldn't be terrible, I guess. But here's the thing, I am 1 star away from Master. First or second place gets me in. And so you know what? I'm gonna take the Baron to try to get me into Master right now. Because I feel like, you know, look, Baron's pretty good. Baron's pretty good in Rise of X. And, you know, I've got a Leto already in the game. Leto's pretty good in Rise of X. And I just want to maximize my chances, and I think Baron's pretty good for that. Also, given the Imperium row and everything here, there's nothing like particularly leaning me towards Armand. Had there been an In the Shadows or something, maybe I would have thought about it. But, you know, the Voice is nice. Spice Hunter is nice, but not nice enough for me to forgo my evil plans with Baron. Okay, Signet Ring and Diplomacy. Well, if I can smuggle with the ring, I could get an intrigue card right away. Probably I'm not going to get to smuggle, though. Do I want to immediately hit Hardy Warriors? I think so. Just get myself a victory point right off the bat here. That seems worth doing. I'm gonna do it. Trigger the Master Stroke. Unlock Siege Tabber. We don't unlock shipping, obviously, because, you know, I didn't get to Fold Space and I won't get there this round. Maybe I'll get there next round. The Seek Allies isn't my next hand. Paul might be somewhat incentivized to go back to smuggling. And so maybe I end up with Fold Space and shipping, we'll see. Leto has his ring, so I'd imagine he would want to go to one of these spots to get the trigger on that. He could get it here, for example, which would be a good thing for him to do. He went to Tech Negotiation, which was interesting. Okay, so he goes to Imperial Basin now. He's saving the Signet Ring to play with his second agent. Now, theoretically, I could get burned if, let's say, Leto ends up going to, like, Carthag. He can tie me here. I have 1 dagger. I don't know what he has for daggers. So I'm going to go to Carthag myself and grab an intrigue card. Let's see what we get. An Ixian Probe. Do I want to... You know what? I'm not going to deploy anymore. I'm going to represent that that's a combat intrigue and that I'm fine with my 4. We'll see if Leto decides he wants to challenge. If he has 2 daggers, he might think about it. Nice intrigue card to get, you know, in a pinch. That can really help out your hand. Discard 2 cards to draw 2 cards. Of course, if you get anything with unload, then it can be extra good. So Leto has the Signet Ring now, deciding what he wants to do with it. He goes to Arakeen. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if he decides to challenge me for this. No. It would be a pretty risky move for Leto, knowing I just drew an intrigue card. Even if he had the 2 daggers, because I might also have 2 daggers on top of whatever intrigue card I might have drawn. So I think that was wise. And I got away with, you know, playing it a little bit risky there. Okay, 3 persuasion for me. Well, let's see what's left after Paul goes. Paul has 2 daggers, so Leto and Paul are going to tie by the looks of things, although we don't know what Leto has revealed yet. Paul just goes for liaison. I mean, it makes sense given there's a directorship here. Do I want to do the same thing? Or do I just go for a Spice Hunter? You know what? I'm just going to take the Spice Hunter. And fight for that Freeman alliance, I think. So this is good. Getting an early victory point out of this conflict. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. Now, we'll see if I am allowed to hit full space. We'll see what Paul decides to do here. It's a terrible purpose. Paul has reshuffled. He has 2 water. I mean, there is a Holtzman engine here. Okay, he goes to full space, so that's not going to happen for me now. Do I go to smuggling? I think I do. There is a minimic film there, which would be pretty cool. I'd have to pick up spice now, though. I'd have to go just to, like, Imperial Basin. Also, Leto has a spice. He might just go take it, so I'm not gonna contort myself around that. Yeah, Leto does go to tech negotiation. Grabs the minimic film. And we've got a shuttle fleet and a Holtzman engine. Wow, okay. So maybe do I go to still suits if I can to pick up water? Getting me closer to that alliance, as well as maybe getting me the ability to get a bunch of spice. I'm not sure. Or potentially I should just go to wealth. Because wealth would get me to 3 Solari. And the other thing to consider is maybe I don't play the Seek Allies. Because I'm about to reshuffle and I really want to get to fold space next round. So maybe I think I don't use the Seek Allies now. I want to shuffle it back in and try to maximize my chances of hitting fold space immediately next round. Or I don't do that, just hope I draw the diplomacy. If I miss the diplomacy, I can use the Ixion probe to do it. Because it would be nice to get the Solari. Because if I can get to 3, and then next round, if I can... I mean, next round I could just smuggle Swordmaster and not worry too much about shipping would be the other option. Maybe that's what I do. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I don't know. You tell me what you think of this play. I had interesting options there. We'll see what happens. I'm going to leave it open. It would be good to block other people off shipping. But it's not going to be blocked for long because Leto's going to have his ring. He's going to be able to catch up with me there. Hardy Warriors for Leto. Carthag for Armand. So he can beat Leto here. Decides not to. That's interesting. I wonder why. Does he beat him anyway with the intrigue card, perhaps? I don't know. That's a strange one. Okay. I'm not going to use the Ixion probe here. I will take a liaison. One sword. Okay, what has Armand got going on? It's hard for me to understand why he wouldn't want to put in 2 troops there to take this. He has 2 swords. Oh, he has artillery. No, that's already being counted in. That seems so strange. Is he going to play an intrigue? 1 troop even more there would have done it. Okay, well, he must have his own reasons. Maybe he really just wants the water, planning to get spice and one of those techs. Maybe? Okay, it's raid stockpiles. Okay, I do have the diplomacy, so I have to decide now. A voice did get picked up also, by the way. Where is that voice? Because I could get voiced off of Swordmaster. Yeah, I don't know where it is. Who has it? Who got that voice? It was Armand, and he has it in hand. So I could get voiced off of either Interstellar Shipping or Swordmaster. That's kind of wild. Okay, I'm gonna do it this way. It's a risky situation, but either I'm just worried about getting voiced no matter what I do. He's probably going to voice Interstellar Shipping now, but then I've got something else to do. And at least I've blocked other people from getting there. Although, okay. So if he voices Interstellar Shipping, then neither I nor Leto can get there. So he probably will. I wonder if maybe I should have... Yeah, here he goes. I wonder if maybe I should have just done... He blocks tech negotiation. Okay. Okay, because yeah, he wants to make sure he can pick up either the shuttle fleet or the Holtzman engine, so fair enough. The question for me now is when I use my Signet Ring to go to shipping, do I spend a Solari? Because I can get to 8 Solari, which means I could immediately Swordmaster next round. Or I can get myself an intrigue card. Another potentially... well, Paul has drawn cards here, right? Because another thing I could theoretically do... oh, I just got fed a Solari. Okay, perfect. I could also, if I wanted to get really crazy and try to get this, I could like Mentat and Ixion Probe, but it's probably not going to work. But it could work. It could work, but I'm not going to take that risk. All right, Interstellar Shipping. Up. Down. Let's see what I get for an intrigue card here. Infiltrate. Oh, that's potentially interesting. I'll take the Solari. Take the troops. And... do I bother, like, fighting Leto here? Do I move up towards the Freeman Alliance? I think I am going to do this. For the just to get closer to that Solari. Let me take a moment here to welcome some new members to the channel. Welcome to Roman Andrusenko, PSGP, and Sunny Aurora. Thank you so much for joining and becoming members of the channel. Also, big shout out to Rusty's Pit for 1 year of channel membership. I really appreciate that, Rusty. It means a lot. So thank you to everybody who is already a member. Thank you to the new members. And I hope you love your benefits. If you're interested in becoming a member, you can click the join button down below for details on that. It's going to unlock an extra exclusive game every Monday, the Monday Members Monday videos, and it's also going to unlock stream VODs, so you can watch all the streams even if you don't manage to make it there live. So thank you so much, and let's continue with the game here. So Lito went to wealth. All right, he's setting himself up. Paul now has Swordmaster Solari, actually. So that's something I didn't take into account. I mean, it doesn't affect me this round, but that's interesting. I could get blocked next round if Paul decides not to get it right now. Although I guess I can't. I've got the infiltrate, so if for some reason he decides to do that or he can't do it now. Oh, he goes to High Council. Okay, he's going for the Chom Directorship. That's what's happening there. All right, and for me, is it landing rights or is it Smuggler's Thopter? At this point, I think maybe it is the Thopter. It's a close call, but I think... I mean, I don't have a great deck, but... I'm going to take the Thopter. It's honestly a tough call there. I don't know. Maybe I should have taken the landing rights to get a little bit more action out of this. It's kind of like a little bit of this and a little bit of that. The Smuggler's Thopter is a great card to play to interstellar shipping or smuggling. The landing rights makes those spots better because I get more kind of use out of them if I play it for the freighter. Also reveals for 2 persuasion, which is not nothing. Here's my hand coming up. Not very good, but the Spice Hunter at least is something. Do I have green? Yes. Okay. I was gonna say, can I even get Swordmaster? I can't. Okay, 9. He's gonna go for the directorship, right? Yes. Okay, big pickup by Paul Atreides. Reverend Mother in the row, Guild Chief Administrator in the row, Court Intrigue, Cheney. Okay. Well, very good value for Armand there. 1 troop for 3 spice and an intrigue card. You're happy with that. Where is Voice? Voice has been reshuffled again. Leto probably wants to hit interstellar shipping here. So he could have the Voice in hand again. I don't remember how many cards he had in his deck before he reshuffled, so I'm not sure what the odds are. But it's possible. So I don't know. And infiltrate doesn't help me against Voice, because I want to play the Spice Hunter first. I really want to make sure I can get that. If he happens to have just like the 2 Solari Intrigue card, he could get to Swordmaster and beat me there. I wonder if I just do it. Risk not getting to Still Suits. I mean, I can use that, which is not a great use of the Infiltrate. This is a good conflict to win. I've got a decent garrison, but I don't have a good way to deploy. I have 2 daggers. But Armand does have the artillery. I think I'm going to take the chance on getting voiced here. It feels like it's unlikely that he has it. He might have it. And if he does, I will be sad. But I'm going to take the chance, I think. I'm happy to put 2 in here. If I can somehow end up winning this conflict with it, it would be great, obviously. But I wouldn't mind collecting some Solari either to get me towards a High Council seat or give me Mentat or Dreadnought money, power up my Signet Ring for intrigue cards. The Solari would be useful. So either way, I'm happy. The garrisons are weak. Paul's the only one who can hit hardy warriors right now, and he doesn't have a garrison. But obviously, just like a Carthag or an Arakeen would probably be enough to win this for somebody else. Now, I say I have 2 daggers, but my plan is to use one of them to Swordmaster. So I'll have one, and then I guess the other one might even just be going to tech negotiation, depending on what happens. I could also think about doing an Ixion probe to try to find something more interesting. Top card is Dune, so I'd be drawing Dune and something else. It's not... Okay, here goes Carthag, yeah. It's not amazing. Alright, does he have the voice to stop me on Swordmaster here? Oh, he had the windfall! Alright, well, I can infiltrate him. He had it. Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. So I can still get it, but if I had gone first, it would have stopped him from making that move. Anyway, what are you going to do? He had it. Paul grabs Holtzman engine. Okay. Now my dagger has nowhere to go, so I think I might actually use the Ixion probe, because otherwise I've got no agent turn here. Restricted ordnance. Spaceport. Ooh, Leto. Liet Kynes. Good one to get. Okay, everyone has shipping unlocked, so I'm not going to get to shipping again for a while now. This may have been a mistake to do this. Especially now that I'm getting Solari here anyway. Now, I didn't know that at the time. But yeah, that may have been a mistake. Perhaps I should have just moved it somewhere else and not worried too much about that. Because Leto is in position to do, a Leto thing where he sends his Signet Ring to smuggling next round. And just like hopscotches up to the top of that alliance. Which would also get him to 7. Solari for a Swordmaster, so he's probably itching to do that. Now, I've got 4 persuasion here. I could pick up landing rights or Guild Chief Administrator. If there's a Web of Power, then I'll take that. No. Okay, I think I am going to Ixion probe this. You know what? I wonder if Leto's already revealed. I don't think I want that dagger. I'll lose the convincing argument, obviously. Pick up a Dune and a reconnaissance. Okay. Well, I can go to Siege Tabor now and hopefully win this conflict. Does he have like a master tactician? I think I'm going to try to just make sure. So he'd have to have an ambush now to mess with me. I just don't want to risk it on that. You know, for one troop, one way or the other. I don't want to blow it. Okay, do I want an Imperial Shock Trooper? I think I'm going to take the Court Intrigue. Bene Gesserit Sister. Does he have an ambush? He's thinking. Oh, he has blackmail. Well, that hurts. I mean, it's going to cost him. At least it costs him. But it does hurt. I would have liked to have gotten that. All right, so I get the Solari instead, which is all right, but it was an investment. But yeah, at least slows Leto down on that victory point. Okay, Cloak and Dagger. Diplomacy, Smuggler's Thopter. There's my deck. Four Spice sitting here. I wonder if I smuggle to block Leto from being able to do it. Or do I care about that spice? I don't really care about it right now. I think I will do this. And that's going to set me up for the time when I can get an interstellar shipping. It also means I can get to High Council seat here. High Council seat plus fold space actually gets me Spice Must Flow. Because this gets me to 8, and then drawing a card will get me to 9. That feels pretty good. Now, the question is, what do I do with this fold space? Leto also has a Smuggler's Thopter. Okay. Where is he going to take... Oh, no, that's not a Signet Ring. So the question is, where do I want to do this? All right, so this alliance is dead. Okay, yeah, that was a mistake there. Fine. I mean, that was my other option, was to send diplomacy there to take that alliance, but that's okay. I'm going to take the High Council seat first, because Leto has 4 persuasion. He might decide to do it. I mean, for Solari, he can buy a High Council seat for 4. So I'm going to go ahead and get it. And then we'll see where the fold space goes. Mentat for Leto. I'm not sure if I want to do wealth or secrets. Wealth means that, first of all, it gets me that Emperor point. I have the Court Intrigue coming later. Maybe I want to get secrets, actually, so that I can get an intrigue card into my hand, and that way if I don't like it, I can trade it with the court intrigue whenever I draw that. Maybe that's the way to go. There is also this alliance that I'm just kind of letting sit there, but I'm gonna just... Should I just get it? Get me to 4 water? No, I'm gonna do this. Let's get an intrigue card. Okay. It's a card draw. Leto hits Carthag. Is he going to fight for this? Yeah. I'm really regretting this move. Who knows? Maybe that Solari will end up being relevant somehow. Or maybe I get something that, you know, a shifting allegiances or something that lets me drop finesse, maybe. Whatever. It was a decision I made. Sometimes those decisions work out. Sometimes they don't. This one, yeah, looks like it was an influence that could have been better spent elsewhere. Okay, an 8 reveal for Armand. Just a little bit off of the spice must flow. He picks up Bene Gesserit's sister. There's the shifting allegiances, but Armand gets it. Ugh. There's a Sardaukar Legion, but I'm taking Spice Must Flow here. Big load of spice sitting there. I'm the only one with water. Paul probably going to want to take his turn at shipping, so it might be a good time for me to pick up all that spice on the Great Flat. Getting closer to around 7, where a Hayliner might matter. It also could just be water for a research station to get another Spice Must Flow. Restricted Ordnance also could be interesting. I do have High Council seat now. Armand wins the conflict. Gets 2 intrigue cards. Okay, so he has 3 intrigue cards now. It's a Siege of Carthag. I believe that's... Oh no, I didn't. I ended up not winning that conflict, right? Or no. Nobody even fought over this yet. It was Arakeen that Leto ended up taking from me. Leto, the only one with troops in the garrison at the moment. There's the court intrigue. I'd probably trade that in. Yep, interstellar shipping. Okay, now unfortunately I'm currently sitting on no Solari, so I don't get to get another intrigue with the ring unless I use the court intrigue first. So the question is, do I want research station or do I want a bunch of spice? I kind of feel like it might be wise to pick up all that spice while it's there. So I think I'll use the Dune for that. And then my plan is to use court intrigue, which could go to Conspire if I wanted to spend all that spice, but I'm not sure that I do. Then I'll have Solari to use for the ring. And I think my goal would be to get into this conflict for at least 1 spice, so that next round I'll have 6. I'll be the first player. If I happen to draw Diplomacy, I could immediately hit Hayliner, which is not a guaranteed win without anything in my garrison. And, you know, there are people, you know, Armand has an artillery. We'll see how that goes. Victory points currently pretty even, 5, 5, 6, 5. Reminder that if I get first or second place, I get into master. And we'll see if I'm, you know, in or near the top 100. But it, you know, first or second can be anybody's game still. The good news is I've got 2 points kind of close to being picked up. My opponents, you know, Leto's got a point here, a point here. He should be able to get those, given that he is Leto and has a signet ring to help him with that. Armand and Paul already have most of their points. I guess Armand has one here. Yeah, the court intrigue, I mean, conspire would get me some troops. It would get me an intrigue card. It would get me 5 Solari, although I'm not too crazy about the 5 Solari. I think I'm okay with this. And I'm going to trade that intrigue card, see if I get something more interesting. Oh, I got something more interesting. Okay. So that's pretty good. Now, how do I do it? Okay, I might be happy about that influence, it turns out. Okay, I've got 3 here, I've got 3 here, so I just need 1 more with the Emperor to get 1 point out of plans within plans. And then I need 2 with Bene Gesserit to get another one. Okay. So, Carthag could get me 2 more intrigue cards. That seems pretty interesting. Or Siege Tabor maybe to get a water so that I could potentially hit Hardy Warriors. Smuggling, also not completely insane. To get me closer to another influence out of that could help me there. Nobody has any dreadnoughts this game. So Court Intrigue is a card that I typically am not a huge fan of, but I think Baron is maybe the best leader for it. Just because you're going to tend to have more intrigue cards on Baron. Now that intrigue card that I had, I don't think I got it out of my ring. Did I get it out of Carthag? Maybe I did get it out of the ring. But anyway, you know, you're going to tend to have intrigue cards on Baron more so than on other leaders on average. And so the Court Intrigue is more valuable that way because it lets you trade in the ones that are not so great, which is what I just did. I wonder why Leto did that. He's not in danger of running out of intrigue cards. I don't know why he wouldn't keep that one secret for now still. He's out of agents. Nobody else has troops. But I don't expect that I'm going to win this conflict. It'd be great if I could. Maybe, I mean, going to Carthag, maybe I get a couple of combat intrigues and I'm able to just like completely steal this from Armand. Or Paul could hit Hayliner, by the way. This alliance is looking sketchier and sketchier. Okay, Paul, what are you up to here? Siege Tabor with Liet Kynes. All right. Okay, so if I go to Carthag, I can get 2 intrigue cards, and I might even get another one here. But I'm first to act, so I'm okay with that. Let's just load up on intrigue cards. I think that's the play. The other one would be smuggling. But I like this. Allied Armada. Well, that could work. What else? Poison Snooper. That could help me next round in terms of getting what I need. Okay, let's see what Armand reveals for, or if he puts in more troops. He does have that artillery, remember? So currently I'd be at 2, 3. Oh, I don't have an alliance. I don't have an alliance. Okay. So we'll see if I get this intrigue card. Maybe this dagger helps me. Who knows what Paul might have. He also has an intrigue card. Leto's going to have a garrison going into next round and the ability to get a good deployment. So the Hayliner might not be good enough. He's also got troops here. Ready to get. This alliance also looking... That's the thing it's going to be tough for me to do, is how do I... Let's say I draw the diplomacy. With Paul sitting on 6 spice, if I don't immediately Hayliner, then he probably will. But if I don't immediately get this alliance, then Armand probably will. Juan Pedro has disconnected by the looks of things, getting a spice must flow here. Six, 5, 6, 6. Oh man, when I saw that I was so excited, but I don't have an alliance. Quid pro quo. Okay, there goes that alliance. Damn it. I mean, that's what happens when you don't take it when it's there sometimes. You know, Armand just kind of really came up quickly on that track. So that's kind of 2 alliances that I was sort of looking for and Armand ended up taking from me. I don't like it. But that's what happened. Now, looks like I am going to get this intrigue card. Maybe I'll get something I can use to steal it back. Well, I'm going to pass on all this. Oh boy. Damn it. The thing is, though, the time when I was thinking about going to still suits or secrets, and I went to secrets, the card I got from secrets ended up turning into a plans within plans. So I think it's sort of okay. All right, so I am going to get another intrigue card here. Armand gets a victory point. This is feeling like a pretty good game for Armand. Dispatch an envoy. Okay. And it's battle for Imperial Basin. Leto gets the bonus troop. Okay. The Hayliner is a little bit weak. Does Paul have it? Chances are good. I could also hit shipping and try to work on these other points. I could hit shipping, go up 1 here, dispatch an envoy to secrets, hit selective breeding. I could do a bunch of that stuff. You know what? This is what I'm doing. I think the Hayliner is just risky enough. It's just risky enough that I'd rather just like get my solid points here. Now, smuggling might get... Shipping was taken, actually. Oh, yeah, that was the thing. I needed to hit shipping to make all that work. Okay, well... I can still get a point from plans within plans by dispatching an envoy. To secrets. And I'll miss out on the second one there. Does Paul have it? Leto's got a huge garrison, but didn't manage to deploy anything. Tech negotiation for Paul. Is he planning to hit Hayliner with his final agent, or does he not have it? Sonic Snoopers is kind of interesting. If he doesn't have it, oh, he's out of spice now. Okay, I could go pick up some spice, and then I could dispatch an envoy and get to Hayliner. It means I won't get any plans within plans points, but if I can get 2 points here, and a spice must flow, that's probably better. Where's Voice? Voice could be anywhere. He might be able to block Hayliner. I could also go to Still Suits, then dispatch to Hardy Warriors and try to take that alliance. That's another way to do things. I'm just going to hope he doesn't have Voice. Let's do it like this. I'll hope he doesn't have Voice, and I hope that my 10 strength is good enough, which it might not be. But given the empty garrisons, I've got a chance. Also, no. I was thinking, is this the one? No, I was thinking of the Chris Knife. The Chris Knife is Freeman Bond when you reveal, get an influence of the Freeman. I was thinking, is there a way I can get that alliance that way? If Hayliner does get blocked, then I can dispatch to secrets and at least get a victory point there and some more intrigue cards. Who knows what it does? I don't know. The Hayliner play might be sketch. Okay, he plays a Bene Gesserit's sister up to High Council. So that's giving up some potential swords on reveal. Paul reveals against 2 spice must flows. We're running out here. Wow. Does he have another point somewhere? Okay, well, I'm going to try the Hayliner. And I just hope that Armand can't get me. But I'm going to try it. So we'll dispatch an envoy. We'll send the signet ring. We'll collect a whole bunch of intrigue cards. and we'll see what we get. Oh, that. That's too good. That's just more than you can hope for. Okay. I'm going to do this just in case. I don't want the slightest chance of somebody infiltrating me and stealing the plans within plans. Oh, wait. Didn't I say I was going to hit Hayliner? I just did the wrong thing. Oh, God. What did I do? All right. Well. I don't know what happened there. I was all set to hit Hayliner, but I forgot. So I went to secrets instead. I mean, I got the Bene Gesserit Alliance. That's nice. But now this is wide open. Armand can just get this. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, well, plans within plans is worth 1.9. 1. Getting me to 9. Spice Must Flow will get me to 10. So if Armand wins this and ends the game, I'll have 10 points at the end. But oh my God. I mean, I said I have to try Hayliner, but then I dragged it to secrets instead. Dear Lord. Forgive me for what I have done. Okay, so Armand now, he can put in 1 troop here, and then he could go and pick up a Dreadnought and get restricted ordnance for 4 more strength to beat Leto. He has secret forces. Yeah, he's going to win this. We'll see if he would have beat me anyway. Maybe he could have beat me anyway, even with the Hayliner. So maybe that ended up being the correct call in retrospect, but it wasn't what I intended. Oh, God. Well, I've got spice for tiebreakers anyway. Maybe he could have beat me anyway. Now I could be greedy here and be sad that I didn't get an Emperor point, you know? That would have been good. Okay, so the hope here is Armand gets the 2 points, but I end up beating him on the tiebreaker. I just have to hope he doesn't have any endgame points. He doesn't have any endgame points, right? Paul, though, does have Holtzman engine. He's got plenty of spice must flow, but I have more spice than he does for the tiebreaker there. This could still work out. Ah, Chom shares. All right. Well, let's hope for the second against Paul. Please, please. Come on, man. 1 point for plans within plans. Paul got to 10. Okay, we got him on the spice. So, I think there's a reasonable chance that Armand could have beat me even if I had gone to Hayliner. The thing is, I had a decent amount of daggers that I revealed there. I revealed 3 swords. So I would have been at 13 strength. I could have also cashed this in just to get more spice tiebreaker. 13 strength. I don't know if Armand could have done it, actually. So, anyway. That was just such a weird... That was such a weird thing that happened. I was talking about going to Hayliner. That was my plan. But I went to secrets, and it sort of worked out. Anyway, it is what happened. It might have been 11 to 10 if I could have won the conflict. Although I wouldn't have had the plans within plans. That's the thing. Going to secrets got me the... So if I hadn't done that, I would be at 8, plus this would be 10. Yeah. It might have been 10-10, but I wouldn't have spice. So I actually think I might have ended up 3rd if I'd done all that. If I'd even won. Who knows? You let me know what you think. That ended up potentially actually being the correct play. And there was even a chance of getting the second plans within plans point. But anyway, the goal has been accomplished because I'm pretty sure that's going to get us into master here. It's going to get me into master, and you can come with me. Let's see. There it is. Bing! All right. 132. Okay, I'm not in the top 100. So every season, I kind of just end up somewhere around here because I just don't play enough to keep up with everybody up here. It's usually something like this that I end up with. And I think every season they do something to the points. I think they cut everything above 1500 by 50% or something like that. So I end up somewhere like 1550, 1560. Then I get cut down, and then I play kind of just enough games to get into master. And also, to be fair, I did have kind of like a rough streak of games this season. So, it's not just the number of games. Obviously, it's win rate times number of games is what equals your score. So if you want to be up in here, you need a good win rate and you need to play a lot of games. And you could focus more on one or the other. If you have a really high win rate, then obviously you don't need as many games to get up here. Or if you have a ton of games, then you don't need as good of a win rate to get up here. But that's what it is. There's 8 days left in the season. Am I going to end up in the top 100? I can tell you right now, no. It's not going to happen again. But that's okay. I don't care too much. I would like to. It would be nice. But I just can't and don't want to play the number of games required. I don't want to make myself hate this game. You know what I mean? I love this game so much, and I'm just not going to burn myself playing like 5 games a day, which is, I think, what it would take for me to get in there. So anyway, we did it. We got to master. It was a weird game. It was a fun game. The Baron did get me there. Funny ending, but it kind of worked out. So there you go. There is your game for the day. Thank you so much for watching. Of course, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything coming out. You can follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/bludgeon, and you can watch the live stream Sunday mornings Eastern time. If you want more stuff from me and you'd like to support what I'm doing, then you can become a member of the channel. Click the join button down below for details there, or you can sub on Twitch as well. And make sure to join the Discord. The link is in the video description. You can chat with lots of other viewers and people who love this game. And you'll also find out about, extra news or, last minute streams. And you'll get a bit of a heads up in the Discord there about that stuff. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.